Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Amy, your independent Scentsy consultant with Happily Scented Life, and I'm back today with my What I've Been Warming video, where I discuss what I warmed throughout the week. I do have some Scentsy in here, as well as some Vendor, so we'll go ahead and talk about the performance and how I liked it and things like that. Today is Friday, October 4th. It is extremely dark and dreary. It is officially Maine fall. It's like 52 degrees, I think, but it feels like it's like 45. So I'm definitely in fall mood, fall melting. I got my new Timo shirt for the holiday season. Got my resting witch face mug with tea this morning, not coffee. We've got a cinnamon, like appleberry flavored herbal tea in here. And yes, I'm still steeping it because I can't wait. So we'll go ahead and get started. We will go ahead and go through the non-Scentsy wax items. I just have a few, and then we'll get into the other stuff. So I did get through a couple of scent circles. So in my butler's pantry, where I keep a lot of my larger kitchen appliances and the trash and the recyclables, I had a Mineral Oasis scent circle hanging. I had got this in a like black market haul from Scentsy Facebook Marketplace, and I don't even remember what catalog this was in. It was a catalog scent. I don't believe it was the scent of the month, and it's along the lines of like that mineral spa botanical but not floral, like aquatic scent, but it does have like some saltiness in it. I was actually very whelmed with the performance on this because it only lasted like maybe a day and a half in that butler's pantry. So I'm not sure why. I think maybe because the scent circle is just so old that the oil potency has like gone down with this scent circle, because I remember it being a lot stronger, like almost the same strength level as Inhale Exhale or Atlantic Air. So it was very like surprising to see that it didn't perform, but with it being such an old scent circle, I think that's probably why. So after that ran out, I did go ahead and throw in a Woodland Meadow, which was just from our recent spring and summer catalog. This one's really nice, and I'm actually kind of kicking myself from removing it from my club. Before the catalog had changed over to fall, I had thrown this in my club, and then I took it out, and then I threw it back in, and then I took it out finally. It's not a favorite or a love, but I don't mind it because it's just a different type of fresh scent. So to me, it's like a spring woodsy, sweet, manly perfume. Not cologne though. It's like a sweet, manly perfume with the spring and the wood essence in it. It's so lovely, and right now it's still going in that pantry. It's been like day 3, so I'm still getting some good performance at it. Didn't want to change it out just yet, but if you've got any of the Woodland Meadow scent circles, I would definitely recommend to use them because they are pretty good. And then in my car, we have Black Tie Affair, which was from our Father's Day collection this year. This sucked as a scent circle. I barely got like 3 days. I think by day 1 and day 2 was at its max performance. It was super strong. I got the vanilla, I got the vetiver, I got the sweet tobacco, the grapefruit. I got all of it. And I was like, oh, this is really nice. And then after day 2, it was like dead, and like the only time I got a whiff of scent is like if I had the car windows down and like the wind was like, you know, making the scent circle move and stuff. So not a great performer for scent circles, and the wax in my opinion was very light, but I don't know if that's because it's vanilla based and it just needs time to cure. I do have half a bar that I'm hoarding until spring just to see if that's the case, and I do have 1 bar in my quarterly club. Okay, I did get through some testers. So this week I warmed a lot of testers in both my bathrooms, but then also there was one entire day that I did my whole upper level with testers. So I'm trying to get that bin down because honestly, I get it down to like the last 25 testers, and then it seems like the catalog changes over, and then I have to add a whole bunch more in. And I do give them away, like when I do mystery bags, I'll throw in a couple of testers in there to kind of like beef up the mystery bag. I'll do like thank yous, you know, stuff like that to like kind of push them out. But I like warming my duplicate testers because it gives me an opportunity to revisit scents that I may have written off for years. And then I go to rewarm it and I'm like, oh, this is actually quite enjoyable. So in the bathrooms, we did 2 testers of Palm. I'm going to do it this way because you can actually see it better. Palm Trees and Ocean Breeze. This isn't my favorite beachy, salty, fresh water scent. Sea Breeze and Ocean Air and Coconut Water and Blue Coconut Beach are like by far my trifecta of like beach, salt, coconut water scents. This one isn't bad though, so I wouldn't be like horribly mad if I got stuck with it like in a mystery flash sale bundle or something like that. It performed pretty decent. Just the 2 testers lasted like a day and a half in my bathroom, so not too bad. One that I am kicking myself that I did not club and didn't even think to club it is Coconut for Coconuts. So I never really liked this one. I warmed this in my upstairs bathroom, and let me tell you, why was Amy not turned on to this scent before? I got the most creamiest coconut with like suntan, shea butter, bronzer like vibes, and then the tiniest like bit of a powdery floral note. It was extremely lovely. It lasted 2 whole days in my bathroom. I could not believe it. And it was so enjoyable. So I'm going to be really sad if this is not returning for next spring and summer catalog. Hopefully it does. And then maybe I will go ahead and stock up on some and actually warm like full bars. But these testers have been sitting for like 2 years too. So I don't know if that played into the performance being so lovely. And then those like scent notes having time to cure and age and things like that. So I don't know. We also did Prickly Pear and Agave. This is a very old retired spring and summer scent. It used to be a catalog staple and then they got rid of it. It's basically like a fruity but like greenery bar because it does have the pear in it and it does have some sweetness from the agave nectar, but it's more greenery. So think like sea salt and avocado, banana leaf and bamboo, like that type of greenery note is very prominent in this bar. Lasted maybe like 3/4 of the day. So it's not really a great performer from my memory. It really wasn't like a strong performer. It was like medium average, but it was nice to revisit this scent. And I have now come to the conclusion that sea salt and avocado and aloe vera and ivy sea salt and avocado, farmer's market, and aloe vera and ivy are like by far my favorite greenery scents by Scentsy anyway. All right, so then upstairs, when I did the whole day upstairs of testers, we did Sugared Strawberry in my daughter's room. This is like a very sweet artificial candied strawberry, in my opinion. I don't like sugared strawberry. It was really strong in my daughter's room. Like the performance was like knockout performance. It lasted the entire day, but fruit scents usually do. But to me, my personal favorite is earthy fresh strawberry. So Coastal Strawberry and Strawberry Rose by Scentsy are by far my favorite strawberry scents. So this isn't like an Amy strawberry, but it was nice for my daughter's room because that kind of had that kid essence where it was very candy-like. So she enjoyed that. And then in my bedroom, we did a day of Perfect Day. They did not return this in our fall and winter catalog that we have currently going on, but it was a new catalog release for 2 catalogs, so it did last its time, but I don't think a lot of people bought this scent. Scentsy doesn't showcase pear a lot. Same thing that they do with like Fig. It seems like they rotate what fall fruits they're going to highlight and spotlight that catalog season. So always apple and pumpkin get like, you know, the front row, you know what I mean? But it's very rare that Scentsy comes up with a scent that spotlights just the pear. So Perfect Pear was one of them because you definitely smell pear in here and it's like a baked pear. And then you do get like the simple like sweet syrup and bourbon that's in here too. It wasn't a bad performer. These testers actually were like a 7, almost 8 out of 10 in my bedroom. But it's not my favorite pear. It's a pear I can tolerate, but not my favorite and not one that I would pick up just because there's other pear scents that I like better. And then in my son's room, we did Johnny Appleseed because he likes apple scents. I particularly don't like Johnny Appleseed. I prefer it in cleaning. So I always get the counter clean. I always get the all-purpose concentrate when we had it available. I don't get the bathroom cleaner, but I really wish we could get the all-purpose concentrate back. I haven't tried the swipes. I did get them in that whiff box. That was September's whiff box, but I ended up selling it to a local customer, so I have not yet to try the Johnny Appleseed's swipes, but I'm sure they smell just like the counter clean. And then in my hallway upstairs, we did Clove and Cinnamon. I wanted to revisit this because Vanilla Chestnut, which is the scent of the month for October currently, it does remind me of Clove and Cinnamon and also Falling Leaves. So I wanted to revisit Clove and Cinnamon, and I don't have a bar. I don't ever really buy a bar of it. So I wanted to go through a tester, and I do actually like Clove and Cinnamon. It's not that bad. I don't know if I'd buy a bar though this year because I'm doing that low buy, no buy. So maybe by the end of the catalog season, I'll grab a bar to have for next year, but I didn't mind the tester. All right, those are all my testers. All right, I'm not going to do Vendor yet. We'll do Vendor last. Okay, so I ended up using 5 cubes in my living room of sugar and spice. This was a bring back my bar like before 2020. This literally smells like Good and Plenty licorice candy or black Twizzlers. Like that's exactly what this smells like. It is a perfect scent for October, perfect for Halloween week. I warmed it early because I wanted to smell licorice. I like licorice and wax. I'm weird, I know. I love Fairy Tale Pumpkin. I love this. Anything that has anise in it, you've sold me. I don't know if it's because this is such an old bar. I was expecting the performance to be much better. It was like medium, like a 6 out of 10 in my living room, and that's with using 5 cubes. And usually licorice anise scents, they're strong. And this one wasn't a strong performer, and it only lasted 12 hours. I had to change out my warmers after half the day. I couldn't believe it. So I think I like this scent. So this ever came back to vote on, I would vote for it because I would like to try this scent freshly poured and see what the difference is. But I've got 3 more cubes, so that's that one. And then the same day I did sugar and spice, I did in my kitchen Mandarin Moon. We did 4 cubes in the kitchen. I love Mandarin Moon. This is by far my favorite spiced orange scent by Scentsy. There's quite a few of them. They do one almost every catalog, or every year, I should say. But I like this one because it's a little bit different because I do believe it has ginger and anise and allspice and a medley of different spices with the mandarin. Oh, it's so lovely. It reminds me of this tea that I used to buy all the time, and they still have it available. It's by Celestial Seasons, and it's called Mandarin spiced orange tea or something like that. But that's what it reminds me of. So I do enjoy Mandarin Moon. This is my last bar. I don't get any more until my club processes. So I'll probably save this for next month. Or maybe I'll warm it again this month. Who knows? Who knows? I finished off the Pumpkin Cashmere bar from last week. I warmed this all upstairs in all the bedrooms. Again, it's all right. But like I said, it's getting to be that squashy cashmere that I just don't like it. So we're just going to continue. And I think, because I do have 3 more bars of this, I think I want to try mixing it with white pumpkin and driftwood. Like do 1-to-1 cube in the same warmer and see how that mix goes. Because white pumpkin and driftwood kind of almost also has like a fresh gutted squashy pumpkin note to it as well. So I'm thinking maybe the creaminess of the cashmere in here can like elevate white pumpkin and driftwood. It's just a thought, but I think I might try it next week just to see. Toasted Coconut and Amaretto. I had this bar. I don't even know how I got it, to be honest. I think I got stuck with it like in a flash sale bundle or something like that. You guys, if you like anything Amaretto or almonds or coconut, You cannot knock this bar. You have to try it. It was like the toastiest, creamiest coconut with creamy nut and like that cherry leaning amaretto. It was beautiful. I absolutely loved this thing. I'm like, where did this bar come from and how can I get more? So I really enjoyed this, and I do like amaretto scents. I didn't club amaretto when we had it for the Bring Back My Bar because there's a scent, and it's actually in this box from a vendor that has like an amaretto cherry type of thing. But also I love Cherry Almond Pie by Scentsy, and that's like top-notch performer. But this was really good, and I feel like if it's too strong for you, you could do it in alternating warmers with like a caramel scent or a coffee scent to really like balance it out and play around with it. But if Toasted Coconut Amaretto ever comes back in clearance or flash sale or however we got that thing, I would definitely recommend to pick it up, especially if you like bakery, amaretto, almond, or cherry. Warm Pumpkin Drizzle. When Sugar and Spice fizzled out, I just grabbed my Warm Pumpkin Drizzle bar and just threw in 4 cubes. This, oh my god, it's such a sleeper scent. Most of us slept on this and didn't give it a chance. I did give it a chance because I love pumpkin, and the minute I got this bar in my Scent of the Month kit, when it was a Scent of the Month in 22, I absolutely loved it. It is the butteriest pumpkin and pineapple upside down cake. Like, you can even, the butter like just smells like the crisp golden like edges of a pineapple upside down cake. Oh my gosh, it's so delicious. So delicious. I have it in my club. I have quite a few bars in my stash, so I will happily warm this all fall. It's such a great performer too. So all right, in bathrooms this week, I did do 2 cubes of Satin Sheets. I wish we could vote Satin Sheets back. I'm hoping it shows up in voting for Bring Back My Bar soon. It's just sandalwood and vanilla, but it's so lovely. It's so pretty. It goes for days and days and days. Absolutely love it. And this one, the longer it sits, the better on performance it gets. My thing is, because it is a white wax, when you freshly get it, it's white. And it's the two-tone. It's got a maroon label and then white wax. It's starting to turn yellow. Once Satin Sheets wax turns a beigey brown, that is the optimal time to melt it. That is when it's reached perfection, and you can pluck it out and warm it, and you're going to be so happy with it. So that's my like tip with Satin Sheets. Wait till it is beige and then bring it out. You will not regret it. All right, Berry Apple Shortbread. I had 4 cubes left, so I did warm that, but I actually mixed it with some of the sugar cookie because I said I wanted to kind of elevate the bakery because I really wasn't getting much shortbread cookie out of Berry Apple Shortbread. So adding sugar cookie did elevate it. It did give it a little bit more of a bakery feel. But I don't know what happened with Berry Apple Shortbread. It is starting, and it did go sour in my warmers. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know if this is a scent that you have to immediately warm the minute that you get it, but it is now a sour note. Like, that strong lemon and clove that was in here is now turning sour, like a sour cream. That's what I'm smelling. I'm getting a sour cream, and then the sugar cookie gave me like a bakery, and then I barely got any berry apple. So the mix didn't do what I wanted. Like, I wanted it to be, it really to be a shortbread cookie with the strawberry and the apple like jam and stuff like in the middle, and it wasn't that. So this was a dud as a mix. And Berry Apple Shortbread, I'm not going to buy anymore. I don't like this sour cream note that it's turning into. So, yeah. All right. Very Good Pumpkin. This is from the Gordy Goodness collection, which is officially sold out on my website and your consultant's website. But you can still club these fragrances. So if you haven't had a chance to club them, I would definitely throw them in a club because it wouldn't surprise me if this collection is going to go away at the end of October. I did finish off Very Good Pumpkin. I had a few cubes left. It was all right. Again, it did the same type of warm that it did the first time. I got like a mulberry type of wineberry scent. Wasn't super saturated. I wanted it to be super saturated like buckleberry and like breakfast in bed, but it wasn't. But it was decent. I feel like if you don't like bakery with your pumpkin and you don't like spice with your pumpkin and your berries, then this would be a good one to pick up. Cinnamon Woods, another one for our harvest collection. This by far is my favorite scent of fall 2024 is Cinnamon Woods, by far. This was so delectable. I had, I think, 4 cubes left in this clamshell. I warmed it in my living room. It lasted 2 days. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. And I do have more, and I am clubbing it, and it is a bar that's going to get a quantity of more than one because I definitely want a huge stock of this. We've got Villains Just One More Bite. This is like a molassesy apple scent. It was all right. It's not my favorite. I warmed the whole thing upstairs just to get rid of it. It wasn't bad. And then the day I warmed that upstairs, downstairs, I did a mix. Some rooms had a mix of Apple Spice Season, which is in our Harvest collection, and Salted Caramel Toffee, which is in our Fall catalog. So I did a mix. Some rooms had a mix of that. And then other rooms had a mix of Salted Caramel Toffee and Jack's Obsession. This mix, dud, don't do it. I don't know what happened, but the Salted Caramel Toffee canceled out the Apple Spice Season, and I couldn't smell any of the Apple Spice Season. Now, granted, I get light performance from this bar, but I thought it would make it a Salted Caramel apple, but it didn't. This mix, however, was just right. And I got the green spiced cinnamon apple with the salted caramel, and it was absolutely perfect. So I definitely would recommend this mix. I would not recommend this mix. So, and that's everything for Scentsy. And then I do have some Vendor, some for Melting Memories. I did warm her I always do that, coffee waffle cone. This one has espresso, sugared vanilla waffle cone, and vanilla bean Noel. Oh my gosh, it's so lovely. I love her espresso note, and it's a good performer. I ended up doing 2 cubes. I think I did 1 cube in my office, and then I did another cube right here at my desk when I was working like late at night just so I could smell it. And I love it. I could actually warm this all day long. I know some people, they can only warm like coffee scents like first thing in the morning, and then they're kind of over them after a few hours. Not me. I could warm this thing all day long and not be upset about it. And then another one that I warmed for Melting Memories is Sweet Fig and Palo. This is actually a scent that I came up with Veronica for her fall pre-order. It's got brown sugar fig, buttercream, and Palo Santo. So I did the entire... Like I did 1 cube in my office, and then I did, so what happened was I did 1 cube in my office to test it out because that office is like a virgin space, very small. So it usually does scents very well in there. Well, I wasn't there an entire day, so I let the wax harden. I took it out. And then when I came home, I then did another 3 cubes with the other cube that I had took home from the office. So I had 4 going. This was so lovely, and it's getting creamier and creamier the more that this sits. It is just such a creamy fig with the buttercream, and the Palo Santo just elevates it to make it like an elegant fig, like creamy scent. It's so lovely. I absolutely love this thing, and I'm so glad that I came up with it with her because I love fig scents, and I feel like they're not showcased enough. So, and then Lavender Speckles. I did her pistachio and caramel cake. I picked this up a couple pre-orders ago. I did for my customs order get a larger bag of this because I never see it on the pre-order list ever. So I don't know if it's like one that she only does like once a year. But it's so good. This one is sweet vanilla cake with caramel and maple drizzle and cherry leaning pistachio. So like I was saying with the toasted acorn and oak, even though I like it, this one is more bakery elevated, where that one was more of like a cafe type of scent. So I prefer this one. So if I was to choose between this and Scentsy's Toasted Coconut Amaretto, I would choose Lavender and Speckles Pistachio Caramel Cake, because there's just something about it with the caramel and the maple, and then the cherry leaning like pistachio, almond, and oh my gosh, it's so good. And then last but not least, I did Donut Shop and Palo from her favorite sampler. I do enjoy this one. It's cinnamon sugar donuts and Palo Santo. It's just a really nice like donut, sweet sugar. And then you get a little bit of like bouginess from the Palo Santo. Wasn't bad. It was a medium performer. It lasted a whole day in my living room, so not bad. I probably wouldn't repurchase it, but if she had this blend with like some other stuff, I might try it. Like a citrus or gingerbread or something like that. But that's what I warmed this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys have been warming. And thanks for always liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I'll talk to you in my next video, guys. Bye.